Alrighty, welcome to Night News. Our headlines for this evening. It's being reported, folks, by Meltzer, Fightful, other people there. Apparently, WWE wants Stone Cold at Wrestlemania 38. Meltzer says that they're not selling enough tickets or whatever for Mania, so they want to bring in Austin. Kevin Owens cutting a promo on Texas. Apparently, Steve Austin against Kevin Owens in Texas or whatever. It would be really fun if Austin would come back for a match, obviously, there. I would prefer against somebody bigger than Kevin Owens if it's a one match only there, but I doubt it. You know, it's been the same story for the past 20 years. 3 times a year, Stone Cold returns or whatever. You know, Meltzer, he claims these things and then he changes the story right and left. You know, Seth Rollins champion at Mania, Seth Rollins against Shane McMahon. The story changes 100 times there. But I highly doubt Stone Cold's gonna be there. I would like it. We'll see what happens. Samoa Joe, ladies and gentlemen. His contract is almost expired. He posted something there, him on vacation. He was nude on the beach. It's me, Joe. Joe nude on the beach or whatever there, but the pieces are coming together apparently. I'm excited, folks. Samoa Joe, where will he end up? I mean, so exciting, Samoa Joe. Apparently, Brock was critiquing some of his fellow WWE wrestlers or whatever. Brock said wrestlers need to step up and get over. It's not just about high spots. How can I make more money? How can I be different? It's not just about doing the same moves. It's about good guy versus bad guy. It's about storylines. Yes, it's not about midgets trying to impress Meltzer with corny wrestling, goofy indie wrestling. It's not about the indies or whatever. It's about real stars, people with character. Hogan, fuck, it's not about Adam Cole. It was never about these fucking jobbers or whatever. Cody Rhodes, folks, apparently quits. Cody Rhodes leaving AEW, him and his wife or whatever have apparently quit. Tony Khan put out some posts there. Oh, Cody Rhodes, thank you for everything, blah, blah, blah. And he's gone. Cody put out this fucking thing about this long, like fucking 50 lines or whatever there. We changed the business. We were revolutionary. Brandy put out some tweet as well, and apparently they're done with the company. Frankly, I don't blame Cody Rhodes, especially the way he was treated by those fans. You know what I mean? He left a good job in WWE. It's probably good for him that he left because now he looks like a bigger deal than he did as Stardust or whatever. But, you know, if it's true that he's going back to WWE and that he'll make big money there, You know, it's way better for him to go to the real company. You know what I mean? If it happens, I can't blame him for going there. Especially the way that those fans turned on him. You know what I mean? He pretty much, you know, Tony Khan used their image. You know, the All-In show, it's these wrestlers starting their own company. You know, and he pretty much put them as EVPs. Oh, it's the wrestlers. That was the story at the beginning. It's the company of the wrestlers. It's the wrestlers making money, you know. But that wasn't the case. It was just the son of a billionaire making money using the image of Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. He made them EVP, but it was pretty much fake, you know, that they were in charge. It's all him in charge, you know. But he helped to make this legit, you know what I mean? All the promos and everything, acting like a big politician. He fucking revved up all these lunatic indie fans and made them become AEW fans, you know what I mean? He helped fucking grow this company. And then Tony Khan took away his powers or whatever. And then the fans turned on him, talking shit big time against him and his wife every week or whatever. So I don't blame him for wanting to leave there. So there's talks of him going to WWE according to Andrew Zarian. He can confirm that Cody's camp has been in talks with WWE. We'll see what happens, folks, but it's the place to be, you know what I mean? It's the realest wrestling company with the most cash, the biggest names. Unless he wants to start his own company or fucking go to Ring of Honor for some reason, he should go to WWE. Unless it's a work or he's planning to retire or he wants to become a politician or an actor or something, then he definitely should go back to WWE. This will give him momentum, more of an edge, you know, more money. He can get treated better or whatever. His brother, Dustin Rhodes, he says, I'm not leaving. I like it here. Good for you. Nobody gives a fuck there. Nobody fucking cares. TMZ reporting that Cody and Tony had a falling out as Tony's visibility grew in the company. Maybe that when Tony took like full charge of everything and demoted them basically there. Maybe Cody didn't like that, you know what I mean? Brian Alvarez, he says it's not a work, and he predicts that Cody's gonna be in WWE or whatever there. We'll see what happens, folks. He's on the inside with Meltzer, with AEW. Meltzer's on the inside with them. So if Alvarez knows that it's not a work, I'd believe him in this case. You know what I mean? There was some bullshit rumors there. Chris Jericho to WWE because he wrote to Kevin Owens, I'll see you someday or whatever, because of a picture of the Festival of Friendship or whatever there. Will Jericho go to WWE based off of this tweet? No, but eventually one day probably, you know what I mean? At least on commentary, a manager, a backstage guy, you know what I mean? to help the young wrestlers in WWE. Guaranteed Jericho one day will return, is what I think. Kenny Omega, folks, a few days ago I was thinking about this. What does Kenny have left to do in AEW? Wrestle Punk? Maybe Kenny should go to WWE, you know what I mean? Him and Don Callis or something. Try to capture the real world title there. What's left for him to do in that company? Maybe Cody Rhodes goes there, and he gets some of his friends to follow. Who knows, folks? We'll see what happens there. Stay tuned for more news. Until next time, peace. Ha!